Hello. So we hear so much about the power of young people. We hear that young people are the future, but we also hear that young people are the present. We hear that we are the agent of change and so on and so forth. But what does this actually mean? So I've always been very much believing that young people have a magic enthusiasm that can change the world. I come from Ancarano. It's a town of about 1,000 people in the center of Italy. Where I come from, there is no diversity, little going on. And basically the first time that I left my community, I was told that to understand other culture, I had to really think about the fact that things are not better, they are not worse, they're just different. I did not get it. But it planted a seed in my head, and as I started traveling the world, I was thinking how I could see the world differently through other people's eyes. I co-founded Recrear. Recrear is a network of young people working together to try to make young people the protagonists in shaping their own communities. So as an enthusiastic and skilled group of people, we thought we could go to a community and help them launch their youth-led projects. It did not turn out to be that easy at all. In the summer of 2011, I delivered a workshop in the Dominican Republic, in a very small, tiny community that produces rice. We wanted to translate young people's very big dream into concrete, small projects that they could deliver themselves. We did not come in with money, with clothes, with food. We just came in with our enthusiasm, our willingness to participate, and our skills. Well, the young people there weren't very happy with us. Wilson, a youth leader in the community, explained to us a little bit better the dynamic. He said, look, this is what international organizations coming into my communities do. They come in, they give us something for free, they build a house, they build a school, etc., and then they leave. And once they've left, nothing has changed. And nothing has changed because young people are not part of this. They don't care. They see themselves as the poor people receiving, and they expect they will keep being poor and keep receiving. So we realized that we were trying to find solutions without really understanding what was needed and what was the dynamic of the situation. I mean, how did the young people want to see their community change? What was their vision? And how did they see themselves as part of this process? We really had to take a step back. So we spent 3 months in Esmeraldas in the north of Ecuador, and we tried to explore young people's dreams, ambition, hopes, and fears. We wanted to know, where do they hang out, and where do they go when they're feeling super stressed out and they don't know what to do, and where do they hide? How do they interact with the police? How do they interact with their job? How do they feel about the local government? We were trying to understand all of these things by interacting with them and chilling with them and spending time and utilizing techniques like photography, development theater, drawing. Well, in between all these stories, I realized that for me to develop a vision and to develop a vision for our society, this happens in a time and in a space. Let me tell you more about what I mean. You need to meet Julio, 18-year-old from Kinende, and he tells us that his big dream in life is to become a soccer player. He has no B plan. So the problem is that in Esmeraldas, most young boys want to become soccer players. Now, why do they want to become all soccer players? I mean, if I asked you what you wanted to do, you now could answer, I want to be a social entrepreneur, a neuroscientist. You have different options. Well, in Canada or in Italy, we develop our vision of the world, our ambition, based on all these different inputs. We go to TED Talks, and we volunteer, and we go to school. In Esmeraldas, everything happens on the street. Society consolidates on the street. On the street, young people grow, young people interact, young people learn. And on the street, people play a lot of soccer. So when we ask them what do they want to do, they say they want to become famous football player because that is the dream that they can have for themselves. We are the product of our society. Our ambitions and our dreams are the product of our society. So as I was learning how other people develop their vision, I started thinking a lot about my own vision for my own society. and about the meaning of my work. The meaning of my work is not to help poor people. I believe that as we exchange opinions and stories, we have so much to learn from each other. As I share my view with you, I become aware of what my view is, and I become aware of my way of doing things, and by doing so, I can understand the value in doing things differently. Now, what does this all mean? Basically, I believe that we cannot forget to chill, to play, to learn, and to engage with others. In Esmeraldas, I've learned so much. I've learned that music can shape community. I have learned how young people hang out with people from different ages and they truly enjoy and value it. I've learned that young people support the most vulnerable one. They help out their neighbors, their siblings, their relatives, their family friends, and it comes very naturally. Like as if, I don't know, it really shows the humanity in taking care of others. I would like my community to reflect on all of these things. And why? Because by reflecting all these things, I'm expanding the vision for my own community. Basically, in 20 years, you will all be on your 30s, more or less. And I really hope that by then, we are not going to be thinking about people in developing countries as the poor people from far away. We have the opportunity today to interact with so many people. Now, this does not only mean that we can teach others what we know. This means that we can learn from them. I hope that we can get past the myths and fables of poor people. We can become more effective in helping others and in transforming ours and other societies if we take very seriously the idea that at the end of the day, our lives, our experience are not better, they are not worse, they are just different. Thank you.